Hey, Brad Squad. I'm with Patricia Okoumou today, who made headlines this 4th of July when she climbed the Statue of Liberty protesting ICE and the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy separating children from their parents. Today, Patricia joins me to explain what inspired her to perform such an attention-grabbing form of activism. Thank you so much for joining us. So you are originally from the Democratic Republic of Congo. No?
The Republic of Congo.
What is the difference?
So one country is on one side. There's separation by the Congo River, which is very popular river. And both countries used to be one. They used to be called Congo. That's it.
Right.
Until the Belgian and the French came, colonized my country, and split them. They became Zaire. We stayed Congo. Then recently they decided to change the name back to Congo. So they became the Democratic Republic of Congo, and we became the Republic of Congo. The French Congo means my country. The Belgian Congo is often referred as the other country, a neighboring country.
I'm originally from Belgium, and so we grow up knowing the absolute atrocities that Belgium and France committed on the Congo as a whole at the time when it was just that one country at first. How are those effects still felt today of that colonization and that absolutely ruthless genocide?
I got the chance to travel when I was a teenager to Zaire. I took a ferry and I could see the poverty was everywhere. Even though they had tall buildings, taller than us, there were people with disability without a wheelchair just walking on the street. There was begging. So I think the story, as far as I recall, is the Belgian came and left soon after. Without really investing much in the country. Whereas in my country, the French have always stayed with us. We see them as our parent country. Our system of government, education, even hospitals, we mimic the French ways. We have to speak French in school and most everywhere. There's a railroad, a little bit of advance in infrastructure. In the Republic of Congo, growing up, my family life was considered wealthy. We were highly regarded because of my father's status. He had a career in government for being an aviator, the private pilot for the president.
Wow.
And the president, his name is Denis Sassou Nguesso. I left in '94. So around that time, just before I left, there was a civil war. There was the militia terrorizing people in a very different community and approaching Maya, which is the town where I live. So I could hear them coming. I could hear the gunshots at night. I could see lightning created by these gunshots. What prompted me to leave, it was not the civil war or the state of the country. As a child, for me, it was more men. It was just disgusting, the disrespect, the cat calls, like, I couldn't stand for that. To me, I felt powerless, and I like to feel powerful. That's how I was raised, to be independent, have my own mind, respect my own body, and not be violated by some other person.
So that's what kind of prompted the change to a completely different mode of living in the U.S.
Yes. Congolese do not really particularly come to the United States. I came on my own, have been on my own ever since. So I don't really like Thanksgiving. And now after 24 years, and I'm getting a little bit of support from my community, the people like you, I'm coming forward asking for help. It's about time that my mom comes here. She deserves it.
You got your degree in social work, and you worked for a variety of nonprofits. What was your experience with those, and how did that help shape the activism that you do today?
It seems to me the field of human services did not really service people well. It was not upholding my core values. When I was to all the awful things my stepmother said to me, or the things she did to me, so I learned to be defiant of authority because that wasn't right. So I got my strength from that story. The first time I went to Trump Tower, I was on a city bike. I had nothing on me. I get there, I see the UPS truck. I say, do you have a cardboard box that I can use? Can I use that one? He gives it to me. I go to a store nearby, the Trump Tower, get me some markers, and I write down in big, not my president. That was the beginning. And people loved it. It was so simple. Being born and raised from another country is not necessarily a bad thing. It helps you view the world in a different light. If I hear something like the caging of children, what is this about? Is it natural?
Yeah.
Is it normal? And I'm here to say no, it is not normal. It's not okay. It's Rise and Resist. I was fascinated by the work they did. And when we organized an event around the 4th of July, I don't know when I started thinking that I'm going to scale the Statue of Liberty.
Right.
But at some point I did. And I did not think I was going to do it. It was an idea. I was like, God, you have to convince me. I'm not crazy. I don't want to think that I'm listening to voices.
Right.
I want to make sure I'm listening to God.
Right.
So he said, hey, 3 things. It's the 4th of July, a big holiday. There are children in cages. And I'm taking you there with Rise and Resist. You don't even have to buy a ticket. So there we were. There were the people on the ground wearing the T-shirt with the lettering that says abolish ICE. And there was me among the other people that were unfolding the banner at the railing of the statue.
Yeah.
The federal agent, the park police, when they came and say, hey, you can throw the banner here, we're taking it to custody. I was folding the banner. And I know at that point they were taking it away. So I went the opposite direction. They went to the right, I went to the left.
Yeah.
And nobody said, hey, you there, come back here.
You were waiting to hear it.
I was waiting to hear it. It didn't happen. I said, thank God. The whole idea was to make news, that I wanted the children released, and I demanded until it's done, I wasn't going to come down. So I go upstairs through the back door. It's very narrow once you get up there. I remember the face on this guy who was just a tourist, like, I don't know what's going on. Is she gonna jump? What is she doing?
Right.
Is she gonna climb? It was just a question mark. And then the agent comes while I'm clinging to the base, right? With my fingertips and my toes. And he's like, get down. And I'm circling back to the front because that's where I know my Rise and Resist members, friends, and colleagues were. I said, God, please, this is a moment. So I hold on to the base, which is a steep angle, just like this. It's green, the first part that's green, with my forearm. And I say, I'm gonna do that pull up, lift my butt up, my whole body up, just with my forearms like this.
Oh my God.
In one shot, and it happens. I say, yes. That first leg was up there, my right leg was up there. I throw it over and I bring the other leg up. And then the statue does breathe. So she's got some ventilations. And I cling on to them like this and then bring myself up one last time.
Oh my God.
And I was up. But I didn't expect it to be that huge. Little did I know.
Right.
It was worldwide, televised worldwide.
Yep.
So I feel good that in a sense I was able to tell the world what was happening with our government. It's like, America, I'm telling on you, I'm telling on us.
Yeah.
What we're doing is wrong, and I'm sure other countries will agree with me. Some people came out criticizing, well, why doesn't she do this in her country? Well, this is my country, that's what I'm doing. Or they'll say, well, why does she go to Africa and solve the problems in Africa? I'm here now, and I can tell you in my country, we don't cage children.
Did you know before you started that you were definitely going to get arrested at the end of the day?
None of that was my concern. My concern was for the children, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
I wasn't thinking about it. To me, I was doing right by the people, by justice, for the babies.
Yeah.
What can go wrong? I want us to forge solutions. I want us to not sit on the couch anymore and be complicit.
Yep.
We are going to go to these borders. We're going to look for these detention centers, and I'm going to hold the children. I'm going to sue them. Something that the Trump administration doesn't know anything about. And there's a film crew that has called me and agreed to, follow along. So I'm raising money for that. Right? I have a GoFundMe account.
Right.
It says Funds Patricia Okoumou.
Okay.
And my website also has a donate button. My website is www.patriciaokoumou.com.
What's your American dream?
My American dream is being a hero, a black hero. In the name of the children, I think that's a very good dream. Power to the people.